I'll give it the usual 60. We'll ride for the usual 60. There is a car blocking the roundabout. There is a car moving through the roundabout. The car has decided he cannot park at a roundabout. The car is now deciding whether to proceed through the roundabout. And there goes this morning's most uneducated Uber through Southwest Sydney. Perhaps update your navman, sir. Perhaps update your phone software, madame. 6 of you here right now. We're going to see if we can get that to 10 before the 90-second mark, because that would be pretty cool. Oh, look, we're down back to 4. That's all right. You just give it that extra 10, 15 seconds. You've got me for at least 25 minutes. At least 25 minutes. So we're going to make it work. Make it work. Mattia, yeah, bro. As you can tell, man, I've haven't had a minute to scratch my ass this morning, man. So when I get my meetings done over the next few hours, I'll have a look at your video and I'll put it up. But yeah, go this morning, man. I've only watched the first 3-minute highlights once. Yeah, Derby's going to be intense. What's going on, Ricky Buzz? Good to see you. Pietro, good to see you. 9 of us here now. 9 of us here now, and there's the 10. We got double digits in 90 seconds for an unplanned live drive. See how the numbers are slowly starting to grow. See how the community is starting to come together a little bit here. Nice things. Nice things are good. All right, make sure you like the video like Mattia says. And let's have a little bit of a chat. And I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need your help. I want you guys to start telling me, how good was this game? Because from what I'm reading, this was the best game we've played probably since Milan 2-0 in the Champions League. Or since we beat Atalanta the first in the second last game of the season. Hey, shout out to Bruce Wayne for another donation. Batman always coming in with the little donations. I love that. Thank you so much, bro. You keep this going. You keep this going. Taking the back roads today to get to where I need to go. Beautiful scenic route. Catherine Field, heading to Warragamba now. So, was it really that perfect, guys? From what I'm reading today, this was the most satisfying 90 minutes that most fans have been exposed to in a while. And that makes me really, really happy. 7.5 out of 10. All right, Forza Inter. So you're downplaying it because I'm reading 9 out of 10s everywhere. 9.5 out of 10s everywhere. I'm reading that Hakan was an 8.5 today. Lautaro was a 9. Thuram was an 8.5. All defenders got 9s. Like, what went wrong today? Maybe it's easier to ask that. What went wrong today? It was such a joy. See, if Mattia is saying that, then I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this game's a 9 out of 10 minimum. Because unless someone could tell me one thing that someone's done wrong, it's not like we won the game 2-0 and you're saying it should have been 3. We weren't safe. We won this game 4-0. We had 3 goals by the hour mark, 4 in 75 minutes. And once again, we led at half time. Has there been a moment this season where we've gone into the break at 0-0? I don't think so. So, yeah, man, it's waking up. Like, so far this season, I've just been waking up. Usually around about the 28, 29 minute mark, I've just been weird. It's so weird. So weird. The peace that I've been able to attain so far this season has been nice. But surely it will have to dip soon. But more importantly now is that we've got the 9 points from 9 going into the international break, top of the league. And it's nice. It's nice because I think last season we dropped some points to all of the teams that we've been. Wait, no, because we played Cagliari in match day 2. We did not play them last season. What happened to De Vrij? He's back under his Conte days. Yo, hey, what's going on, Quizo EM? Good to hear from you. Yes, second piece of content today. We're hoping to get 3 or 4 up altogether. Third one comes at the courtesy of Don Mattia. Bro, Mattia, you'll laugh at this. I was looking for some retro gear to buy on the weekend because I had a little bit of luck with the betting, and I'm like, yeah, I feel like buying some retro gear. I almost bought this Red Star jumper until I had to do a double take and zoomed in on the logo, and I'm like, a Red Star as their logo before. Turned out some dude was trying to knock off the Red Star from France, the 2nd division side, as a Red Star Belgrade jacket. I almost sent him a personal insult and signed off on your name. Nah, just kidding. But yeah, that's my funny story for you. So yeah, definitely wasn't the superior Red Star. Yes, yeah, he sliced Lukaku up, bro. And that's the second time he's done that, eh? Second time that he's completely gutted Lukaku from inside. You know, at the end of the day, the guy's from Argentina. Yeah, I don't think they treat dogs too well down there. And I'm not talking about a beautiful dog like a pet animal. I'm talking about a dog human. Someone that says something and does the opposite. Someone that lies. Someone that flirts with enemy lines. I love Lautaro. He is just excelling on all fronts at the moment, isn't he? Leadership-wise, man. And that first time finish, Federico Di Marco today was just Fede. Denzel Dumfries be loving the open play at the moment. He must be loving the open play at the moment. I heard Barella got a yellow card. This is good things. These are good. Overdo it. You know? If you can avoid overing it, great. I have a Red Star and Inter jersey from 1991 when they... Oh, bro, what a year. What a year. Was that your birth year as well? Are you a 1991 or a 92? Or maybe even you might even be a 93. I'm not too sure. Yeah, the true Capitano this season in his prime. I can feel it. I can feel the Capitano in his prime as well, bro. Well said. Well said. Moving into the international break and getting these 3 points is huge because, you know, Napoli's little slip up. Gut feeling that such beautiful animals at this house. Such beautiful scene in this part of my area. Lots of land, man. Lots of land. People really enjoy buying out here and just enjoying the secluded life. Yeah, so Napoli have dropped their points. Lazio have got, what, 5 points? 5 or 4, something like that. So, obviously, we don't talk about gaps this early in the season and points differences too early in the season, but it's good to set the tone. It's good to hit the ground running, and it's good to make other sides go into their locker rooms having to check themselves. So, mentally, Napoli won't like dropping 2 points at home, and that's just the facts. Mentally, they won't enjoy dropping those 2 points. And that's your birth year. Wow, so that's the year. 91, the year of Mattia. The year of Mattia. Rossmore Park. This must be close to one of the other schools that I take care of, and I haven't even visited yet. Be a nice time to drop in on the way home today, maybe. It's good that we are consistent so far, and our B team and bench are so much better. Yep. Well said. Very well said. How good is the Klaassen signing as well after knowing what happened to Sensi? Now, the management must have seen this coming from a mile away after they couldn't land Samazic. Probably said to themselves, well, if we're going to keep Sensi, we need a contingency plan. Klaassen is a good contingency plan that fits both Sensi and Mkhitaryan if he takes a knock as well. Acerbi will struggle to get back in this team. He will. And that's a luxury that we are just grateful for. We need to be grateful for this, guys. Need to be grateful. Because you would much rather be in a situation where you've got a 34-year-old on the bench who's a little disgruntled with his game time than a 34-year-old that's asked to play 35 games a season. Not good. Sadly, Acerbi bench-worthy now. I thank him, but De Vrij prime. Well, one of those players should always be available. And that makes me feel fantastic. And that should make all of you feel fantastic as well. Sorry, guys, I'll just let this guy go ahead of me. You know, I'm hearing Damian didn't put a foot wrong today. When does Inzaghi feel as though it's right to put Pavard in? Maybe the Champions League. I'm smiling because I'm not really looking at this team thinking we're going to struggle for a UCL spot this season. Do you know how happy that makes me? Knowing that this team would need a catastrophic run of form and catastrophic run of physical adversities to put me in a discussion of top 4. And I know it's early, but there is no way. Because we're what? We're +7. Let's take a look at this for a second. We are +7 already on Roma, aren't we? +7 or +8? I know we're not juicing it, but just stay with me. Stay with me for a second. Because I'm not talking about the S word. I know that that's important this season, but I don't want to talk about the S word. I just want to talk about the fact that I am not going to sit here and make excuses for this team the same way I sat here in October, the same way I sat here in November last year and said, this is not good enough, even though it's only match day 6, 7, 8. This is shit. This is bad. This is very bad. And we'll fight for top 4 all season. That's what I said last season, and people were saying it's too early for you to be saying that. No. All you can do is go with what you're seeing. And today and this season, I see a team where even right now, you don't make excuses for being outscored points tally-wise by Roma, by Lazio, by Atalanta. Simple. Those 3 sides should not even be flirting with the sole of our foot. They're not in the discussion this season. That's my first goal ticked off the list. I don't want them in the discussion. The top 4 discussion has to be us, Milan, Napoli, Juve. That's it. I'm not taking excuses for anything else. Milan, it can go either way. Napoli are defending champions. You give them the respect by default, and they will perform well enough to lock down a top 4 spot. Juve, only 38 games to play all season. But the other sides, boys, the other sides, nah. Sorry. Not going to happen. Sorry about the phone call in the background. I'll just let that ring out. They don't expect me to answer the phone while driving anyway. Plus, I'll be able to pull up and return that call pretty soon. So, yeah. I know it's early, but to me, I'm not accepting being flirted with, points tally-wise, by the teams that I mentioned. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking a Roma scare. I'm not taking an Atalanta scare. I'm not taking a Lazio scare this season. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. We need to hit the ground running so hard. So hard. Thank you so much, Bruce Wayne, bro. But you don't have to donate anymore, man. You do so much for this channel, and I really appreciate it. I know they're only small amounts, but I really appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's up to Inzaghi and the players. Exactly, bro. The resources are there now. You can't go out and blame Suning. You can't blame the directors this season. Suning fumbled the Lukaku bag and legitimately, yeah, Batman's always been my favorite superhero, and legitimately still went to the directors and said, all right, we get it. Let's make this work here. Write down your list on a piece of paper. Let's see what can happen. I'm so glad we made that move. And I'm so glad Giuntoli made that phone call as well. Let them keep thinking it like they destabilized our attack. I am so happy knowing that we will never see Romelu in our club again. I am so happy, like Queasel says, that we have gotten rid of a massive amount of negativity in the form of Skriniar, Brozovic, and Lukaku. I know he's got a lot of time still, but Onana has not been performing well for Man United. They have been shocking as well so far this season. Very poor side. But yeah, I don't believe for a second that this attack is weaker or disjointed. We've gotten rid of Lukaku and Correa. We have had to lose Dzeko, but the replacements are doing well. Now, can anybody do me a favor? Can anyone confirm for me what substitutes were made today? I don't mind if that spoils it. I don't really need to be surprised when I watch the game back. But in terms of the whole substitutes, who came on today? Was it Alexis? Did Alexis Sanchez play any minutes today? Because if he is, then I'm just going to be on Alexis cam from the moment he comes on. I'm going to be following him around like a hawk. Thuram goal today is nice to know. He fits in our tactics, bro. He's done very well. He's done very well so far, hasn't he? Very well. Very happy with Lilian Thuram's son, Marcus. Lilian Thuram was one of my favorite defenders growing up, even though he played for you-know-who. I remember with one of my mates and two of my mates always sit around the pub only a couple of years ago, always making our strongest 11s that we've always seen, and Lilian Thuram would always make my bench. He wouldn't make it over, you know, the holy back four that I used to call it, which would consist of Roberto Carlos, Paolo Maldini, Alessandro Nesta, and Cafu, sometimes playing Maldini in the left and putting Cannavaro in as another centre-back. But Lilian Thuram and Sergio Ramos were the two centre-backs that made my bench in my all-time World 11 that I've seen play. The mentality is going to be there from Marcus Thuram because his father was sort of an Adonis of the game. Knowing Barella can get subbed out is so nice, absolutely. Fratesi for Barella early in the second. Oh, yes! Thank you! That is fantastic to hear. Cuadrado, Arnautovic, and Carlos Augusto. So 4 subs. Sanchez was 4 subs. And Aslani. Did Aslani come on today? So this was a little bit of a party game for us. Wasn't everything that we wanted to see happened? You're on the wrong side of the road, brother. Good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Thank you to the 13 people that are here now. That's a great number for a quick little live drive. I've got about 8 minutes left until I've got to hang up the device and go about my working visits. I hope everybody's having a really, really good day. I know it's Sunday evening for most of you guys, and I'm sure you will sleep better after watching games like that. International break. We are here. A nice 2 weeks off. We want the break. Yeah, Haslani came on instead and took off Hakan once we got 4 off. Barella got a harsh blow and he needed to get off early second half. A harsh yellow, yeah? Or did he get a harsh little kick as well? It's really, really good to see. Really, really good to see. I'm excited. I'm excited. I am excited. I am excited. Such a lovely day as well. 20 people here for the live drive. Big up, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and if you're interested in becoming a channel member. I had some deep thoughts last night. I think I might need to sacrifice one piece of content on this channel or introduce a new element to the channel that I was going to introduce altogether, but just make it for members only. I'm so sorry, guys. It's not something I want to do to the existing subscribers, but I feel as though I've sort of earned it at this point, and if it's one way I'm going to make that avenue of the platform grow, that being the membership side of things, I hope people are in agreement that I have every right to introduce a piece of content just for the members, or subsidize one piece of content just for the members. And it might be a members only live drive as well. I'll still keep doing live drives here, but I might just do that extra piece of content, because just doing the venting ones, the venting pieces of content for the members, it's not enough. And I want anyone who's able to buy me a beer once a month for the $3.99 membership, I want them to know that they've got access to at least 2 pieces of content a month, because that would make me really happy. Artur stood on top of him, bro. I'll stand on top of Artur's head if he touches my baby boy Nico again. Let me know if he does it. I'll take the first flight out to Florence. Barella got kicked at the end of the first half and got pissed. Of course he did. You know, that's the only way to stop Nico Barella. It's the only way to stop Nico Barella, is to make sure that you can basically axe him from underneath. Yeah, so we'll see. Other than that, how did the substitutes play? Was Cuadrado any less selfish today? Was... Hold up. Big truck. Big F-off truck turning into the servo. Let's all make sure that we are driving safely. Cuadrado was nice. Holds the ball really well, doesn't he? Like, we knew this was the reason that we bought him. When you give the ball out to Denzel Dumfries out wide, does he have the ability to just hold it and reinstate the play to midfield? Does he have that ability? I'm going to go with no. It's a really, 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 really good thing to have one Cuadrado's ability on the ball. Cuadrado had, he got an assist, did he, for the 4th goal?
Didn't Lautaro score the 4th goal? I thought it came in from a left-hand cross. You're saying Cuadrado got the assist. Cuadrado and Stratesi stood out. This day cannot end soon enough, man. I want to go home, put my comfy clothes on, and watch us ball out. Ball out. What else we got? Yeah, that's really good. All right, guys. Well, to be honest, it doesn't look like there's too much more to talk about. But if anyone else wants to bring something up, I'll just talk a lot of gibberish for the next 3 minutes. Just let me know if there's something. Inzaghi is serious this year. Man, he missed out on the Scudetto with Lazio. He coughed one up with us. I swear I said this 2 years ago, but I'm going to say it again. He wants a Scudetto more than he wants another child. I don't even know if he has a child. But he wants this more than he wants oxygen. This is the next step in his career as a manager. He needs the major piece of domestic silverware. Making a Champions League final is great for his CV. Winning back-to-back Coppa Italias and back-to-back Supercoppas after winning the Coppa Italia and Supercoppa with Lazio are great things for his CV. But if you want to be in the discussion of the manager that are top tier or looking to get top tier employment, you need to win a top tier honor. And unfortunately, domestic cups are second tier honors. Top tier honors are a league trophy and a European trophy. Whether it's Europa or Champions League, you win a Europa League these days, even though the trophy is not as significant, the passion isn't as significant, and the winning isn't as sweet. You win a Europa League as a manager for your CV, it's almost as good as the Champions League. Almost as good, because any employer will look at that and go, Jesus Christ, that guy got through the round of 32 on a wet Thursday night in the Ukraine, came back to Italy and pumped a few brothers and still came second this whole season. And you won the Europa League. I'm just talking hypotheticals. But we are not in the Europa League, are we? Haha. No, we are not, Surrey Bob. Peak Limone ball. Fratese's ability to take the ball and run is brilliant. Where do you think we can make it into the UCL? Not fussed at the moment, bro. Not fussed. There's only one thing on my mind. But with the group that we got drawn out, we got to make it out of the group stage. We make it out as top group winners and we get a favorable draw, minimum quarterfinals. Putting my hand up and saying right now, quarterfinal spot going out to a better team, not fussed. Not fussed. Quarterfinals going out to a better team, not fussed. If Inzaghi could pass Milan in 2 weeks, we are closer. No, we're nowhere near close yet, bro. Talk to me on match day 30 when it comes to that. He almost won the Champions League before the Scudetto. I know. Pazza Inter. Pazza Inter. Alright? Guys, I think that's going to be it for today. If I can get home early enough, I will watch said replay and do said live stream for said replay. If not, keep an eye out on the channel because there is a very, very good looking piece of content coming up from our brother Mattia as well. And Mattia, if you're still watching this right now and you go to bed tonight and that piece of content is still not up, can you please text me, send me a message on WhatsApp so I know to put it up, bro. Otherwise, I have a feeling some of these meetings might get the better of me in my memory. Just do that reminder for me one more time, Mattia, my brother, and make sure you show your love for Mattia in the chat for doing his bit for the channel. If anybody else wants to get involved for the channel, as I always say, I called it Inter Worldwide because it is a worldwide platform for Inter fans to have their say, voice their opinion, and distribute their content. This is not my platform only, and I always welcome people who want to come in and give me a hand. Did I make the right turn? I did. That's where we are going to see off today's stream. Thank you so much, guys. My name is Anthony. Forza Inter Worldwide. Ciao.